In a professional work environment, people will need to communicate effectively with colleagues, customers, partners, etc. Communication is a process of exchanging information in the form of messages, symbols, thoughts, signs, and opinions. And I am Nguyễn from group team Windy collaboratively now. The means of communication are used for transferring information from one entity to the other and always involve a sender and receiver. The cycle of communication is said to be complete only when the receiver has understood the sender's message and intent. There are many four types of communication, which are used in varying ways depending on the medium used or the way in which information is exchanged for formal purpose in business conversation. This video will show about each type of business conversation, including its issues and solutions. In the next four slides, verbal and non-verbal communication will be presented by Dương, Nguyễn and Phương Ngô, respectively, while Vũ Dương will introduce about written communication, and the last time visual communication will be performed by Nguyễn.
Verbal or oral communication is spoken words to communicate a message. When most people think of verbal communication, they think of speaking, but listening is an equally important skill for this type of communication to be successful. Verbal communication is applicable to a wide range of situations, ranging from informal office discussions to public speeches made to thousands of people. There are many negative consequences that may occur as a direct result of communication challenges within a business, including misinterpreted body language, less time to think about the message, less formal communications, interruptions, synchronous and expensive. So the obvious solution is for us to mitigate these obstacles is to improve verbal communication skills such as watch your body language, get rid of unnecessary conversation fillers, have a script for small talk and other occasions, tell a story, ask questions and repeat the other person, put away the distractions, tailor your message to your audience, be brief yet specific, up your empathy and listen, because a good conversation is a bunch of words elegantly connected with listening.
Many studies indicate that impact of the verbal communication, such as face-to-face or listening to the audition, in only 7%, while the other 93% influenced by the nonverbal communication, including weighting, appearance, eye contact, emotion, detail, and so on. Nonverbal communication sets the tone of a conversation and seriously undermines the message contained in your work. Or if you are not careful to control it, for example, sloughing and shrinking back in your chair during a business meeting can make you seem underconfident, which may lead people to doubt the strength of your verbal contribution. In contrast, leaning over an employee desk or inventing his or her personal gains can turn a friendly chat into the aggressive confrontation that leaves the employee feeling victimized and undervalued. Therefore, we need to improve nonverbal communication skills to avoid mistakes, and I suggest you to maintain eye contact, nod your hand to convince that you agree, smile, and forget to show speaker your interest, and you turn of the voice that matches.
Written communication includes emails, formal letters, and other written communication forms. In business, written communication is used to reach multiple individuals at different locations with a similar message. With the advantages of technology, email becomes more popular written method in many business situations. But the problem is not everyone knows how to effectively organize a letter or an email. The first one is too much or too little information. This leads to difficulty in focusing and understanding. The second one should be poor grammar and content. It leads to misunderstanding or confusion. Last but not least, written communication may be time-consuming and expensive for the cost of paper, pen, ink, computer, printer, and other costs. So what are the solutions? Firstly, a careful preparation is necessary in every situation. You need to focus on grammar, structure, and content. In addition, using accurate and clear words and phrases is very important too. Moreover, to save time, you should use email as many as possible and apply right templates for right audience.
My name is Suzy and now I will show you the visual communication. Do you know what will people remember? Studies show that people tend to remember about 10% of what they hear and 20% of what they read. In comparison, studies have shown that people tend to remember 80% of what they see and do. And now I will show you the definition of visual communication. According to Business Dictionary, visual communication means the expression of ideas and information using visual form or aids. Examples of this type of communication include specially designed site, electronic communication, document, and even presentations. There are many visual communication problems. First of all, because of the storm, telephone can sometimes drop out or have poor reception. Secondly, before an important meeting, electronic device can be broken suddenly. And how to solve the problem? Electronic equipment should be regularly cleaned and maintained. It will be checked and rechecked to make sure there is no problem before communicating. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.